Hello and welcome to Arch Effect. So today in this video we are going to create this beautiful text animation in After Effects. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. So we'll start by creating a new composition. Now the first step is to add text to our composition. So I'll type motion. Now this is the first text. We'll be having two texts. One is the top text and another is the bottom text. So this is the top text now. Just align it to the center of the screen. And the next step that we are going to do is very important here. We are going to change the resolution of the composition in order to fit the text. I'll show you. So go into the composition settings and change the width and height of the composition in order to fit the text. So I'll change this to 900 and I'll change this to 150. So we can change this to 850. Try to make it as close to the text dimension as possible. So like so. Now align it again to the center. So this is our first text. Now let us pre-compose this and call it top text. Okay. Now create another text layer. So for that we need new composition. Make sure the width and the height is same as the previous text. Now we will add the text here and align it to the center. Now we'll change the font size in order to fit this resolution. Okay. Like so. We can align it to the center. So we are done with the second text also. So we can pre-compose this and call it bottom text. So now we have both these pre-composition. So now let us create a new composition which we will be calling final composition. And we will change the resolution to our screen resolution, which is 1920 to 1080 pixels. Okay. So now that we have this, we can drag our top and bottom text into our new composition like this. And then we will adjust this so that the motion is at the top of graphics. You can just bring it down so that it is at the center of the screen. Now we have these two texts. So now we'll start adding effects to this. We'll go inside effects and now we are going to search for corner pin, and then we will drag this effect onto our top text composition and also onto our bottom text composition. Okay. Now we have the same effect on both these compositions. Now we'll start changing the values of these properties. So for the top text, what we are going to do is we are going to change this to -200 and change this upper right to -200 as well. Now select bottom text, change this to +200. So this will become 350 and do the same thing for this one. Okay. So now we have enlarged text. Now, once we are done with this step, we can now start animating our text. So select the top text, and then what we are going to do is we are not going to change the values of upper left and upper right. For the top text, we will be changing values of lower left and lower right. So we will add a keyframe for these two, and then we will change this value. So we can make this smaller and we can make this slightly bigger so that it overlaps the text on the bottom side. Now for the bottom text, we are not going to change values for the lower left and lower right. We'll be changing values for the upper left and upper right. So we'll add keyframe for these two properties and then start making changes. So like so. You can make this smaller. Make sure the gap between these two is consistent throughout this. So I'll just make this slightly bigger and make this like so. Now we have our keyframes, so we can just select both these compositions and press U so that we can bring up our keyframes. Now move the indicator over to the 15th frame, and the next step that we are going to do is we are going to change these values. Now we can change this to the original value here, that is 150. This also 150. Similarly here we can make this -200 and we can also make this -200. So it is easy for us to start changing the heights. So here I'm changing the height of the graphics like so, and here I'm changing the height of the S so that it just overlaps the top text. Okay. So now we can increase this, make sure the gap is consistent.
3, 2, 1.
And we can decrease this. So now what we are going to do is we are going to select all these keyframes and press F9 to enable easy ease. Okay. Now we can take the indicator over to the 1 second mark, select these keyframes and copy paste them over to the 1 second mark. So here also we are going to do the same thing. You can keep on doing this. You can select all these frames, take the indicator over to the 2 second mark and paste them. Similarly, we can do this for this. So like this, we can continue copy pasting, and this is our final animation. Now we can change the colors of the text. So I'll keep this top text color as red, and we can change this bottom text color. For that we need to go inside the composition, select the text layer and then make changes to the color. I'll just bring it over here like so. So there you have this color. We can also add a background to this. I'll just add this color and there you go. So guys, we are done with this animation. So hope you liked this After Effects tutorial. If you did like this tutorial, please click on the like button and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Until the next video, have a good day.